They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Ball State Cardinals, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Buckeyes will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Ball State Cardinals offense will get the first swing of the game. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, DeMoses, Jim Stillwagon. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the passer. The snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Now on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Buckeyes offense will try to get something going with their first possession. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Turning it on! And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in. The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for a deep man. So close to a huge gain there, but he makes the catch out of bounds. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for room. It's Hardy. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, David, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster, and they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today.
That's caught. It's Porter. Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Buckeyes are flying down the field. Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Gives it on the option. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that 1st down marker. It's 4th down. And the Cardinals will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Catches it at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Looking for a gap. It's Hardy. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. He's now up to 66 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Hardy. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball.
He's got it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the 2nd quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Every everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. At midfield, he's got room. Just keeps moving. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. That's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Michigan is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Tom Brady should never be counted out of...
Touchdown, Ohio State! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Cardinals line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He now has 84 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. They'll ride the hot hand. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. They'll get him stop just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. New center down's right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll run it on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Dude, Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes a grab down the left side. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's West. Makes one-man miss. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And the Cardinals are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Ohio State, 35. Ball State.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. He wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more, though.
Going to take a shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield.
And the QB going with a little bit of touch, you know, trying to feather that thing up in the air and give his receiver a chance to go up high and try to get over top of the defender. Nice job by the defense seeing the football.
Trying to get behind the defense. He's He's got it on the left. To running. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football, try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on first down. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Cardinals in the hurry-up. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Cardinals send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Using his legs, it's Hardy. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. He's got 99 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. Fires to the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page.
Wide open spaces. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Gives it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. They'll open the second half with a run.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. The give from the gun. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark it down at the 40. the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, lead the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
It just feels too little too late for this defense. Where was those plays earlier in the game, right? I mean, they're trailing by a ton of points now, in large part because they have not been able...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. To the air on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Here comes the option. Now the toss. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense has it. They're on the move. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Can't get him to the ground. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down.
Breaks into the open. Spin move. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. And the Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Rides the back and leaves it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Pushes for the goal line. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Powers forward. And he takes it
this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Gonna sling it on second down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Cardinals decide to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on! And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain. Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Off the play fake on first down. Complete to the right. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Cardinals have their offense in high gear. Rides the back on the option. The give. Makes a man miss. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Cardinals can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Wake Forest is comfortably ahead on the scoreboard right now. Frankly, the kind of lead we're used to seeing on the basketball court with the Deacs. They're up by 15 over Akron. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Ball State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. You want something to be able to feel positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown will do it.
And Reese, I'm positive that that stat counts on my stat line. Keep playing. Keep piling up those stats. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back looking for help. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hardy. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. The old coaching cliche, go win.